Hey YouTube family, it's Sarah, Less of Sarah. I wanted to come at you with a video today since it is Tuesday, and I'm actually going to make two videos, but one I'm going to wait to upload tomorrow on Wednesday. But we'll talk about that more later. Today's video is just going to be on my goals for October. October is going to be kind of a messed up month for me because I'm actually going to be gone for about half the month total, so not home for that time, whether I'm on vacation with my family or whether I'm at the Obesity Help Conference. So I wanted to kind of talk about, I guess, what my goals were, and I wanted to clarify something from my video the other day. So apparently I can't read the calendar because I thought that Sunday was actually September 30th. Meanwhile, it was the 29th. So I said it was my 10-month surgiversary on Sunday. It was actually my 10-month surgiversary yesterday on Monday, the 30th. So that affected a couple things. And also when I was looking at my weight, reporting my loss for the month, I was actually looking at my weight for August 31st, when really I should have been looking at August 30th because I'm going from the 30th to the 30th on my surgiversary dates. So I actually totally screwed that up. So the loss that I reported for the month was actually quite a bit lower than it really was. It was still low for me, but not as low as it sounded. So I'd reported a loss of about 6.3 pounds, I think. Meanwhile, on August 30th, I actually weighed 254.9. And yesterday, September 30th, I weighed 246.1. So in reality, I lost, I guess, almost 9 pounds, 8.8 pounds for the month. So still a small monthly loss for me, but not as small as it sounded because I can't read the calendar and totally messed up more than one thing trying to calculate that. So I just thought I would put that out there for anyone who cares, which is probably no one, but whatever. So October. Today is the first day of October, and I wanted to talk about what I was going to do this month. You guys may have realized I usually have some kind of monthly challenge or something that I'm trying to do every month. I usually do have a goal of how much weight I want to lose. Last month my goal was 10 pounds, so I didn't reach that goal. Thumbs down, but you know, it happens. I'm 10 months out, so any weight loss that happens at this point I know is a result of hard work, and I know I've got to work harder to make that weight loss happen because I have much less to go to goal now. And, you know, I think I've said before, I fully realize the last 50 pounds or whatever is going to be a lot harder than probably the first 210 pounds. So it is what it is. So October, my challenge, I guess, is not kind of hard to explain. My challenge is really just to get through October without gaining weight and hopefully losing. So just to catch everyone up, basically I am gone from tomorrow, which is the 2nd, until next Monday, which is the 6th, I believe. And I will be in Portland, Oregon, and then I will be in Anaheim, California. So I'll be visiting Sarah in Northern Oregon, and I'll also be going to the Obesity Help Conference, which you guys probably all know about. I've been mentioning it in like every video. I'm slightly excited. Yay! So I'm going to be gone for that. I guess it's 4 or 5 days. I think it's 5 days that I won't be at home. And then at the end of the month, on the 22nd, I'm leaving again on a family vacation, which is going to go till November 4th. So we're going to be in Florida for a few days and then on a cruise. So that is a lot of being away and vacationing and having little control. I shouldn't say little control over what I eat, but a lot less control than I'm used to. And having to deal with, you know, not knowing how many calories are in something and not being able to necessarily pre-plan or even to track sometimes. So it's my goal for this month. I think I calculated something like I'm going to be gone 14 days out of 31 or 15 days out of 31, something like that. About half the month I'm not going to be home. So my goal this month is to lose about half of what my goal was last month. So rather than lose 10 pounds, my goal this month is just to lose 5. The reason that I decided on a goal of only losing 5 pounds, which sounds like big deal, 5 pounds, is because I really, this is going to be hard to explain, but I'm at the point where it's not that I'm trying to reward myself with food or that I feel like I can just like do whatever I want now because, you know, I've lost X amount of weight. But I am at the point where I feel like I need to take a step back from the trying to control every minute detail of every single thing, which is a problem that I have, you may have noticed. I want to enjoy the time that I'm away, the time that I'm with friends, the time that I'm with family. Vacations are really important to me because I have a very stressful job. I have a lot of responsibility because I run my own business, and so when I'm away, I want to just be away and de-stress, and I don't want to transfer stress to what goes in my mouth. And I feel like at 10 months out, I know how to make good choices, you know. I have a good idea of how much I'm eating. I know if I'm getting enough protein in a day without tracking. Doesn't mean I don't track. I'm still tracking. I will continue to track. But I'm just saying that overall I can tell if I've had a good day or a bad day. So my challenge for October is to get by without planning for the time that I'm away, at least. So normally, I've said this before, I plan my meals the day before, sometimes 2 or 3 days before for the next few days, and I pretty much stick to the plan. I can't do that when I'm away because I don't know where I'm going to be, what I'm going to be eating, what's going to be offered. So it's not possible for me to do that. So my challenge is to work with that and to be able to make good decisions, and also to listen to my body a little bit more and to allow myself to fluctuate a bit more calorie-wise. So I've basically decided as long as I get to between 600 and 1,000 calories while I'm gone, that's good enough for me. So I don't want to stress if I haven't had enough calories, and I don't want to stress if I've had more calories than normal. I may even some days push it to 11 or 1,200 calories, just depending on, you know, how I'm feeling. If I'm really hungry, who knows? And that's a bit of an experiment for me, but I do want to see how that sort of works out, whether that's something that makes me feel better, makes me feel more in control or less in control. I'm not really used to listening to what my body says. I'm used to looking at my MyFitnessPal and saying, I still have this to eat today, or, oh my gosh, I'm so hungry, but I don't have, you know, enough calories. I don't want to go over my daily totals. I don't really listen to my body very well. And I don't think that that is necessarily something that's sustainable long-term for maintenance. So, because I can't control and can't plan, I thought this would be a good opportunity to do that little experiment and listen to what my body is saying. So, if you follow me, if you're a friend of mine on MyFitnessPal, you may see some wacky stuff going on in MyFitnessPal, but that's what's happening. I'm just kind of doing a little experiment. So, I'm hoping to maintain my weight while I'm in Oregon and California, and maintain my weight while we are on our family trip, on our cruise, which will be gone almost 2 weeks. So that's really my aim. And then hopefully I'll lose those couple of weeks in between. But that's how I plan on attacking things this month. I'm going to be honest and say I'm probably not going to get tons of exercise while I'm in Oregon and California. I do plan on exercising pretty much daily while I'm on the cruise, whether that means walking on deck, going to the gym, or whether it's when we're in port, I'd be probably swimming, walking, all that sort of stuff. It may not be on purpose exercise every day, but there would definitely be exercise. So that's my plan for that trip, for this upcoming trip. Probably not going to worry too much about it. Just the way it is. So that's kind of what I'm doing for October. I guess I talked about feeling like I almost needed to take a break. And I realized that maybe it wasn't taking a break from the constrictive diet or the exercising or anything like that, but maybe it was just taking a break from the obsessive kind of part of it. Now, I will say, my break from the scale didn't work out so well. So I don't know whether this one will or not, but it is important to me to try different things. I think you don't learn without trying. And so that's, I guess, my reasoning behind it is I just want to try and see what happens if I realize, well, if I let myself listen to my body, I, eat 1,200 calories every day. Probably wasn't a great experiment. But I'll be interested in sharing the results of that with you guys, both when I get back from this trip and also when I get back from our big family vacation at the end of the month. I do plan on being a lot more aggressive for November. My surgiversary, my 1-year surgiversary is November 30th, and so there is going to be a big push in November to not to get back on track, not that I'm off track, but just to make some changes to push through that first year and come out on the other side strong and, able to make that final push to goal. So I'm probably going to be changing up quite a few things in November. One thing is I'm going to be trying carb cycling. If you don't know what that is, you can ask Uncle Google. I just bought a book on it that I'm going to be reading while I'm away, and I'll talk more about that in another video. But it's just something that I wanted to try. Again, it's not really, I wouldn't exactly call it a diet. It's just a way of managing your carbs on a daily basis. It doesn't really affect like your calories and that sort of thing. I do know a few people who have done it and seem to have great success with it, so I thought I would give it a try. I will be working out a lot more. I'm incorporating a lot more fitness in November, hoping to get to that 4 or 5 times a week. But I am very motivated to get that done. So I'll definitely be doing that in November as well. I may actually be upping my calories a little bit, just depending on how the working out goes, because I probably will need a few more calories. We'll see how that happens, but I definitely want to be aggressive in the month of November, both to take off any weight that I might gain while I'm away. I mean, I'm just going to be honest. I know that it happens. It could happen. So I want to be ready and have a plan. When I come home from my vacation, I will probably be doing, I may do the 5-day pouch test. I may just do 2 or 3 liquid days or soft food days just to get myself, like very low carb days, just to get myself back into my routine. I find that really helps if I've been gone for a while. So November is going to be pretty interesting too. And I'm going to have a lot more aggressive weight loss goal for November. I guess now that I'm under 250, I haven't really talked about what my next goal will be. But my next weight loss goal is going to be 230 pounds. And I'm really hoping that I can get to 230, which is about 16 pounds away, by the end of November. So within the next 2 months, I would love to be able to say by my 1-year surgiversary that I've lost half of my overall weight. So if you guys remember, I started my journey at 460. So 1 year after surgery, that would be a loss of 230 pounds, which would be literally half of my body weight. So that is my goal. One thing that I kind of forgot to mention was that this is actually, it's not my 1-year surgiversary, but it is now the 1-year anniversary today, actually, of the start of my weight loss journey. So I had decided to have surgery and book my surgery in September. But because I was going away on a cruise at the end of September, I had decided when I came back from the cruise, I would start my own pre-op diet. So October 1st was actually the day that I started my own version of my pre-op diet. So this has now been 1 year today on this journey, and so I didn't want to let that pass without acknowledging that it has been exactly a year since I started losing weight from my highest of 460, and it's been an amazing journey, and I look forward to that journey continuing. So I will see you guys tomorrow, although technically I'll be making a video right after this. The magic of the internet. Until then, always remember to appreciate every step in your journey. Love you guys. Have a great day.